Hello everyone, this is the clipsvh once again as always, and today I'm gonna teach you how to draw a beautiful young woman. Now there's many reasons why one would want to be able to draw a beautiful young woman. Maybe like you want to be able to draw like a character or something, or maybe like you want like some kind of heroine for a story, or a love interest or something, or maybe you just want to draw a whole bunch of porn, and that could be another reason why you'd want to draw something like that. So I'm going to show you how we draw a beautiful young woman. Now, keep in mind, this is a beautiful young woman tutorial, not fuckable little girl. So that's a different tutorial. Alright, so first thing we start with is we start with the hands, and we go like this. Okay, that's a lie. That's not how we start. First, we should start with the head. And so, I'm going to draw a head. And that's not the real head, though. So, we're going to draw the head first. And I'm going to... There we go. There we go. This doesn't look right. There we go. Now it looks more right. So, this is our basic shape for the head. As as we all know, this is what heads look like. And this is verifiable because you can go out and look at people and see that this is the basic shape of a human head. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a nose, because adding a nose will tell us where, it'll give us a better idea of where to put the eyes a little bit. So we're going to draw a nose, and I'm going to give her a nice nose. So, as such, thusly. There we go. So now that we've got a nose, I can draw some eyes, because the nose has given me a good idea where to draw eyes. So, here are some eyes. And then now, because she's a woman, you gotta give her eyelashes. You give men eyelashes too, but the eyelashes on women have to be a little bit more noticeable sometimes, depending on what you want. You don't have to draw it that way. It's more a matter of preference. She doesn't have enough eyelashes yet, so we gotta keep giving her eyelashes. This might actually be enough. So next we have to draw the eyeball part of the eye, and so for that it's really difficult, but I hope you can all follow me when I do it. So next we have to draw like a circle, sort of like a circle shape, like this. And we when you draw a woman, you want the eyes to be like all kind of eye-like, and we're gonna make them look kind of shiny. So we're gonna do a little of that kind of animu sparkle. And now we have to do the same process for the eye on the other side of her head, because something you have to remember about human figures, and it's kind of hard to remember sometimes, because you get so caught up in putting the details of one thing and you kind of forget about other things. But one of the important things to remember about human faces when you're drawing them is not only the nose, because humans have noses, but also humans also have two eyes. So if you only draw like one eye, it's not gonna look right. It's gonna look not good. So we're gonna add some eyelashes to this one too. And again, because she's a woman, we have to add a lot. I think that might be enough. And now we have to add another circle for the eyeball part of the eye. And I think I messed up there, so I'm going to undo that. I messed up again. I messed up again. Perfect. So now I'm going to add the same kind of like little meaningless dots there like I did on the other eye. Okay. So now the eyes are done. So from here, I'm going to move on to the mouth. And if you want, you could just draw a line, and that could represent the mouth. But we want to be like I'm going to teach you how to draw like lips and stuff, because you go on places like DeviantArt and they like to copy Animu, and they never draw lips in Japanland. So I'm going to show you how to draw lips. So first, I want to make her smile. I want to make her smile. So now that she has a smile, we're going to add lips. And to do that, we just kind of add the lips onto the mouth. And there you go. You know how to draw lips. So she also needs one thing, because my more astute viewers will notice that there's something missing here. More keen-eyed viewers, I should say, rather. The other thing about human heads is that they have like ears, like these things called ears. So we have to draw like an ear. And there we go. We've drawn an ear. It's not too hard. You just always have to remember that people have 2 ears. So you need to have to draw 2 ears all the time. But sometimes you can't always see the other ear on the other side of the head. So when that happens, like, you don't have to remember to draw it if you don't want to. But when you can see the other ear, like when you should be able to, you have to always remember to draw both. I'm going to give her a little bit of cheekbone detail. Okay, so after that, I'm going to zoom out a bit, and I'm going to give her some nice, pretty hair now. There we go. That looks beautiful. I'm going to go and get the other side now. There we go. So I'm not going to finish this line because there's more we have to do, because in order to draw a beautiful young woman, you can't just have the head. You have to have the rest of the body. It's very important. Because if you just have the head, it technically doesn't count as a beautiful young woman. It'll just count as a beautiful young woman's head. You have to have the entire woman in order for it to qualify as a woman. So, moving on, you can't just have this happening because it's going to make the whole picture look weird. So we're going to add a little bit of hair this way. There we go. And just so it looks less weird, we're going to erase these lines here because it's still going to make it look really bad. So now we've finished her head. So now I'm going to draw a neck to connect the head to the body, because if you've seen like people who exist in real life, you'll notice that they have necks, and that's what keeps the head attached to the body. So basically, if we didn't have necks, we'd have to all like carry our heads around everywhere in our hands, and we'd never be able to use our hands for anything else. So we're going to draw a neck. I think this is a very beautiful neck. And now that I've drawn the neck, and that's why I didn't finish this line, so now I can finish it. and it, because if I finished it before, there would have been a line going through the neck like this, and that wouldn't have looked good. Like this way, it makes it look as if the hair is like behind the neck. Anyway, so in order to have a beautiful young woman, you have to have the right kind of body type of a beautiful young woman. And that's interpreted wildly differently for many different people and many different cultures. But I know that most men believe that what makes a beautiful young woman is curves. So we're going to make her with a lot of curves. So first, I'm going to show you how to draw a chest of a beautiful young woman. And it's kind of complicated because if you don't do it right, it's going to look kind of weird and a little gross, and it's going to dip into the uncanny valley. And if you don't know what the uncanny valley is, that's kind of like when something begins to look more human-like, it begins to become really creepy before it comes close to human-like. And that's how you draw a female chest. It's pretty complicated, but luckily we managed to do it this time. So next thing we need to do is to draw a shoulder, and that's done. After that, we have to draw like an arm. So now that's done. And then we have to draw a hand to go on that arm, because that's where hands go. So that's the whole hand, the whole arm hand. And now women have like a kind of curve in their waists, in their like abdomen. And so like they're not like tubes like men. They're more like this. So now we have to compensate for that in the drawing. There is the part of her waist, and women are also like with curves. They're more round, so that's her butt. And women have like small feet, so we draw her feet all small. So now we move on to the rest of the waist, and I just do one of those. And now, here's another important thing you have to remember about drawing. Always, always remember, when you draw a person, like a whole figure, people have 2 legs. So you have to remember to get that second leg, or else people will think your character is an amputee. So now I've got like that second leg, so everything is all good. But another important thing to remember is people also have 2 hands, and if you look carefully, you'll notice she only has 1. So I have to draw a second one, and her backstory is that she's a tiny bit promiscuous. So I'm going to draw her second hand groping her titty, because this is sort of like this is like her come hither look. So the thing about women's necks is women have detail on their necks. You want to avoid putting too much, because then you make it look really gross, and it could also end up looking like she has an Adam's apple. So I usually like to draw like a simple little line, like so. Just like a simple little line, like just for a tiny bit of detail, just a little tiny bit. So the problem with this drawing, though, is that it's a little X-rated, and to fix that, I'm gonna put clothes on her. So first, we're gonna draw her top, and that's that. And next, we're gonna give her pants. And now I'll fill in a little color for her shoes. And now the thing about women is that women wear high heel shoes sometimes, so we have to give her heels on the shoes. Like, can you see that? Like down here, down there is where we have to. Yeah. Okay. So now the only thing left to do is to color it. And what I usually like to do for coloring is I like to make another layer, and then I put that layer under the one that I drew. Because the magic of that is that now when you draw in color, it doesn't mess up the lines that you placed before. So first I'm going to do her eye colors, and this blue is actually kind of good for that, so we're going to use that. Next, we're going to do skin color, and skin color is really hard to get because you have to kind of find like a sort of palish brownish color, and you gotta really play with all the color stuffs. But like, so, and that's usually like way too hard for me. So I just make them all red. So I color all of my people, my characters and stuff red. You have to kind of forgive this little bit of slowdown because it's a high res file that I'm drawing. So now I have to draw that. And now we've got her skin color, her skin tones. So after that, we have to color. I want to color her hair, and I kind of feel like making her look anime, so we're gonna go with blue. Okay, so now her hair is blue. But the problem is, I also want her to be wearing denim jeans. And the problem with that is that denim jeans are also blue. But the thing is, we can change the blue. So that's what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to color in her pants. There we go. And now she's gonna be wearing like a green shirt, like a darkish kind of green shirt. So I'm gonna color in her shirt. Now, in case you're wondering if there's an easier way to do this, there is. You can use the fill bucket. So I'm gonna hide this layer for now, and the fill bucket is up here, and you can just as easily color your picture that way. But the problem is, like, this happens sometimes if you're not careful. So I like to do it, the other way instead, because it's nicer and neater. It looks like I forgot to color her lips. So we're gonna make those like a pinkish color. Oh, I still had the fill bucket. Okay. We're back to the regular tool. And there we go. So there we go. You now know how to draw a beautiful young woman. So I really hope that this tutorial helped you in drawing. I really hope that next time you draw, maybe you'll use this, and maybe it can help you improve on your artwork. And thank you for watching.